psychosomatic symptoms and eating problems, anorexia and everything. Women who are abused suffer increased risk of unplanned or early pregnancy, and that may lead on consequences of unprotected abortion that will lead to more health risks on their health. Now I'll talk about choking or strangulation. It's a theme or a technique used by the offender in domestic violence. Kind of under the radar for the police because strangling or doesn't leave any vivid or external marks for the police to know there is a violence or misunderstand the problem that occurred, and it's actually fatal because it appears at 36 hours after the incident happens, so that made to fatal for women. In the United States, authorities estimate that half of female domestic violence victims are physically injured or by intimate partner. Domestic violence can be fatal by the Women Health Organization estimate that 38% of all women murdered or killed by intimate partners. So all domestics are by intimate partners. Women who are abused may be more likely to commit suicide. There's actually a study performed by the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1995. At the year 1995, say that 29% of all reporting on of all women in the U.S. who attempt suicide were battered. So battering, not actual violence, can lead to suicide. Now we're going to talk about more the emotional side of the violence. The evidence suggests that there are two things in the emotional side. There are like a circle. First thing is violence can often lead to victims developing mental problems. Or on the other side, persons who suffer from mental disabilities are more susceptible to violence. So it's kind of an empty circle. On the emotional side, victims can suffer from anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and depression. Depression is the most serious problem. A traumatic event like rape has been directly associated with substance abuse, like the opposite of anorexia. They may get addicted to food and suffer from further problems, also depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Also, it has effect on society because when most women on society, when they are subjected to violence, a study in Canada was subjected that 30% of women who suffer from violence are obliged or to cease regular activities in the day, and 50% of these women have to take sick leave in order to recover.
Unfortunately, women have faced several kinds of violence. Their rights, their voices, and their souls were taken. So, yes, they are a human, and they have the right to enjoy their basic and natural rights without anyone taking them. Yet, no.
You're good.
So, therefore, the interest of women has become an important issue. So, in many countries, so for example, okay, for example, in America, the U.S. Congress has passed two laws. The first one is the Violence Against Women Act, and the second one is the Family Violence Prevention and Service Act. And they aim to help the victims to be more stronger, to provide them with shelter, and to help their children, and to help them rather financially, psychologically, and many aspects. Now, in contrast to Arab countries, in MENA region. Many countries also in Arab countries have different laws, and they have a harmony with Islam, Because in our Islam, in our religion, in Quran, we have verses that support and that support and approve that the woman should be protected, should not be violated, and we should give them their rights. For example, in our Quran, violence is unacceptable, which mean it would mean for anyone, whether men, children, or women. We should respect everyone and we should not abuse them. And the second one, women have a right to be safe. This also was in the Quran. We have to give the woman her right and to enjoy with her own right. And the third one, non-violence is valid. As Prophet Muhammad said, the best among you is the one who is best for his family. Even if the man has abused his wife, which means he commit a crime, right? But it's not just about the crime. Rather, it's also he will not respect God, because this is something in our Quran. We should protect and support women.
I have a question for the audience. Since most countries, their laws come from under the Islamic perspective, why do you think there are a lot of violent acts against women, even though they come from Muslim people?
I don't think it's the real religion, because they take only what they want from religion and they leave the other parts. So I think most of the people who commit crimes against women or violence against women, they are fake religious people.
I think the main problem is the interpretation of the Holy Quran, because a lot of people depend on sources who are not very credible for the interpretation, and they, if any person with a beard tells them that this is right, they just misquote it.
I would say that Arabs discriminate women even before Islam, and when Islam came, they continued the same thing basically by using the verses. And there are some verses that say the men and women should be killed after having sex outside marriage. So I don't know if they applied that to men or not, but they applied for women. So they took what they want from the verse, and they left what they don't want to do.
Okay, now I will show you one example about Arab country that has passed a law. For example, in Saudi Arabia, the protection from abuse law is aimed at protecting people from all forms of abuse, specifically on women. So now, distinguished delegates, honorable lecturers, and dear guests, we are honored to welcome you all in our on debate. Today, we have almost 15 delegates from Middle East and North Africa and America. We are going to discuss a substantial topic about women. So, please pay attention to us and participate with us. But before we start, I will share with you some rules you have to abide by. Okay, the first rule. If any delegate would like to suggest, comment, object, or anything else, please raise your plate card. Okay? Second rule. Any delegate raises the plate card should say which country he or she represents. Third rule. In order in the House, delegates have to respect the speaker's rule, not the speaker's perspective, and to not interrupt them. So now, before we start, are there any polls or motions on the floor?
Any questions?
Okay, now we'll start our debate.
Yeah?
Okay, now we talk about violence against women, right? So we want to we want you to help us to find a solution for this phenomenon. We want you to participate with us and to tell us some suggestions to solve this problem. So who would like to start and give us a solution?
I think one of
Please abide by this.
I'm from Jordan. Okay. I think one of the solutions to this problem is creating organizations like the one we had a site visit to, women's community, because it gives a platform for women who feel that they need to be protected and they need security and they need someone to help them and push them to do the right thing and make sure they are living in a healthy atmosphere to get out of the violence, the reactions of the violence. So I think one of the healthy and strategic solutions to this problem is creating such organizations and building awareness so people know if they are being violated against to go to these organizations.
Okay, thank you, delegate from Jordan.
Hi, I'm the delegate from the United